Ollie, last season you apologised to the fans after the performance at Everton. How much do you think your side have improved since then?
Well, we'll see on Sunday, won't we? Because that was the lowest I've been. I think you all know that and remember that. That was just a capitulation. We had absolutely nothing about us, even though all goals were more or less counter-attacks from set plays and long throw-ins. Everything that you didn't want to see, you saw in that game. Against an Everton at home, they're hard to play against. You know, with the two up front, with the strikers, they put players in the box, so we knew what we were up against. So I'm 100% sure we'll put a better performance up.
You've talked a lot about changing the culture since you've been in. Was that the day or one of the days that made you realise that was something that had to change?
That was the day that, the lowest. Well, I knew probably before then, but that was one or two had their the last chance, more or less. But we had to get to the summer first.
Was that a precarious position? Because Romney said recently, he told you in March that he wanted to leave, and then that game was played in April and he was starting. Was his head not right at the time? Did that just kind of sum up how difficult?
I'm not going to talk about Rom now. So he's done well in Italy and we're coping well without him.
Ollie, I know you're not carried away, but you're unbeaten in 7. You're starting to look like you did when you first came in. Are you able to put your finger on why, it's taken you so long? What happened, or what was missing, and what is now there?
Well, it depends what you demand or deem as long. We knew when we made the decisions we made in the summer, it was going to take time. And Rome, as I've said a few times, wasn't built in a day. But the culture, the attitude, the fitness, the camaraderie, the team spirit, maybe even the understanding between players have improved. And now we have missed that box opener that Bruno is proving to be now. It was one or two pieces missing, and we still know that we miss one or two to be where we want to be. But it's a work in progress. Kieran, Michael, fantastic on the training ground. I have to say, the coaching and the boys are willing to learn, and now we've got more and more fit players.
So how you played today? The first time, especially that sort of blueprint, that sort of fast one touch.
That's Man United as the fans want to see, I think. There's loads of movements, combinations, 1 and 2 touch, runs into the box, attempts. Yeah, we gave them 2 opportunities early on, but I still think that we have to be that type of team. But now we've had, I don't know, how many clean sheets? 6 in the last 7. And that's not bad, so that's a foundation to build from, like the Bruces and Pallisters and Schmeichels.
Fernandes already kind of looks a bit like a talisman. Fans are getting a bit carried away, I think, already, because he just looks like a United player straight away. He seems to have the swagger, the penalty, even that, it shows incredible confidence. I mean, what could you kind of tell us that he's like around the place already?
No, when I send him in, or when I take him off, obviously he didn't want to come off. That's one thing. He just loves football. He's got so much enthusiasm and smile about him. He just wants to be out there, wants to be better. But he sits there. Try to send him in because it's cold. And no, I want to watch. He just loves football. He'll know everything about football, and he's just one of these old school boys that it's just football is everything for him. And he's been a big boost for us.
Has Marshall got a chance for Sunday? Ollie, if not, has Odeon shown tonight that he can step in and do that job?
Well, Odeon's definitely shown what type of striker he is, and he's ready for that game on Sunday. I don't know with Anthony, to be honest. I've not asked, or he tried this morning, so he wasn't that bad, but we'll have to do a scan tomorrow probably. Sorry.
Sorry, you had to deal with the coronavirus with Odeon, of course. Now things are escalating. Does the club do anything differently? You're going to travel in Europe and everything.
Well, I think the whole world has to think differently and has to be aware of the virus, and I think we'll definitely look at things when we do. You can see what happens in Italy with the games. And I think it's a worry for everyone, so we've got to make the precautions we need to make.
You used the word capitulation. Is this a side now that won't do that? That have rediscovered their fight and maybe they're hungry for the battle?
Yeah, I can, with hand on heart, 100% say these boys will never give in, never give up like that team did. These players are not. These are the boys we want to build the next team round.